Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Knicks Happy Hour. As you can tell, Chris is not here, but Matt and I are here to hold it down. Matt, what's good, my boy? How you been?
What's up, Dariel? I've been worried about Mitchell Robinson, but we gotta talk it up and see what's going on with him, dude. Because what's
Absolutely.
scary about Mitchell Robinson right now, it's not that we're getting a ton of scary reports. It's the fact that we're not hearing anything yet, even though he was supposed to be back January, February. I even heard December before the start of the year. So where's Mitchell Robinson? Can we is this guy coming? Like, is he coming? Do we know that for a fact?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Before we get into that, I just wanted to say happy Valentine's Day to all the Knicks, to everybody that's going to be in the chat. Matt, I don't know if you got a special someone, but happy Valentine's Day, my guy. I don't have anybody, but the Knicks Digest family, they're going to hold me down. They're going to hold me down today. But
Let's go.
yeah, no, Mitchell Robinson. So Ian Begley, yesterday on his show, on his YouTube show, he was talking about Mitchell Robinson, and basically they're pushing it back now. They're pushing it back to like beginning of March or like middle of March. And he said, I believe he said that he started doing the 5-on-5 contact, but back in like December or back in November, they said the beginning of 2025. So I was expecting like January or February, but now Ian Begley said March or mid March. I mean, honestly, like I'm not really surprised. With Mitchell Robinson, they're really keeping it like close to the vest. They don't want to like put him out too fast. And with his history, like I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, that's why, you said they're pushing it back a little bit, but I'm not that scared at that yet because we know they're going to be overly safe with this guy who keeps getting hurt. He hasn't been able to stay healthy. So we got to make sure that when he does come back, he's going to be okay.
No, absolutely. Actually, the game, I think it was before Mitchell Robinson talked to the media prior to the game against Indiana, which was what, on Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so prior to the game on Tuesday, Mitchell Robinson talked to the media, and I have it up here. Some of his quotes, I'm just taking it day by day, the best that I can, just trying to get to 100%. That's my main goal. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there so that it doesn't happen again. He also talked about adding, like, he's really starting to focus on the nutrition part, which is interesting because I'm just like, yo, dude, to why is it taking you this long to focus on the nutrition? Shouldn't this be part of your regimen since you came into the league?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he is. I think he probably is just trying to give the Knicks fans something positive to hang on to since it's been pretty much only negatives the whole year. It's just been he's farther away, he's farther away. It's been only negatives with him. So he wants to, everyone wants to be the bearer of good news. So I think that's what he's trying to do with that.
Yeah. Do you I was gonna talk to you about because Josh Hart. I was gonna talk about the lineups when Mitchell Robinson comes back, and Josh Hart. I don't know when they put out the more recent episode of the roommates, but Josh Hart was talking about just how it's gonna look like when he comes back, and he's just talking about going up against the different teams: Boston Celtics, Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis. He talked about Cleveland, Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley. And Josh Hart said something that I'm not sure a lot of people picked up on. He said, like, when Mitchell Robinson comes back, we're gonna have a big man lineup that's gonna be able to go up against everybody. But he named the starting five, and the starting five he named was Mitch, Cat, OG, Mikhail, and Jalen Brunson. So he kind of said that that's gonna be the starting five, and he's coming off the bench. I don't know if you caught that on their episode.
No, I didn't catch that, but when Mitch is healthy and we're playing a team where we need the height, that's what I would roll out too. So, are you like caught off guard by that starting lineup, or why is that?
No, and
Like,
absolutely
why?
not.
What?
Because
Yeah,
absolutely not. Because I think when Chris and I and I think when we all three of us were here last week or the week prior and we talked about it, I think you and I were in agreement that Josh Hart should come off the bench. I'm not surprised that he said it, but I feel like this is the first time. I mean, it's not even the first time. It's just somebody saying it. Like Josh Hart, he kind of like mentioned it, and he's just like, it was kind of in like as a matter of fact. It was like, yeah, when Mitch comes back, like this is gonna be the starting five. So I don't know. I caught that, and I'm just like, very interesting that he said it. So now maybe that's what's gonna be when he comes back.
yeah. So if you ask me, you and Chris have been insistent that it's gonna be matchup dependent, and you guys are probably right. But if you ask me, that's what the starting lineup would be because Cat, he's frustrating to watch. I feel like obviously this isn't true, but it feels like he doesn't draw a foul. He commits a foul every time he gets driven on by someone good. It's just so frustrating to watch sometimes.
Wait, say it again. Say that again.
Cat, rim protecting wise, when he gets driven on, it feels like he's committing a foul like every single time. And it's really frustrating to see him getting in these situations where he's 5 fouls or 4 fouls, and then he's forced to play worse defense because he can't get another foul. So that's why we need Mitchell Robinson back. Or, we need him playing so he can be the rim protector, and Cat is going to be moved on the second tallest guy instead of the 5 for the other team.
Yo, you want to talk about, you want to give a Cat, I was gonna ask you if we could give Cat a report card for the first half of the season, but that might be a little bit too easy of a question because I think we're both gonna say like A or maybe like a B plus.
Yeah, I mean, well, it definitely has to be good, like starting center in the East for the All-Star team.
No, absolutely.
But we definitely, the concerns that we had with him, the foul concerns, the rim protection concerns, they are there. The things that maybe I overlooked, and I know Chris overlooked, was how impactful he was going to be on the offensive end. Because the Knicks' top 5 offensive rating, I didn't see that coming. Like, I never would have thought a Tom Thibodeau-led team would have something like that. So what would I grade him? I think I would go A-, which is pretty funny. It's right in the middle of what you said because, yes, the offense is fantastic, but I cannot ignore the defense. It's so frustrating.
No, absolutely. I'm as far as Cat, it's definitely got to be an A-, or a B plus. Those are the only 3 that I'm going to accept because Cat for himself, he's been playing amazing. Like you said, no one of us thought that he was going to be playing this well coming from Minnesota. But yo, man, dude, I can't unsee it, bro. There's something about his game that I get frustrated with. I forgot where I
offensively or defensively.
Offensively, dude, he gets
with Cat.
He's predictable, bro. He's predictable. When he puts the ball on the floor, he's putting his head down and he's dropping his shoulders so much that I don't know why the defender just doesn't try to get in front of him and try and draw an offensive foul. The NBA is full of flopping, so the NBA will call it. I mean, the refs will call it. He always does this, like he catches the ball at the top of the key, and then he does this like horse galloping 2-step Euro step, and I'm just like, yo, that's so easy. You can easily draw up a defensive scheme around that. And the 3-pointers, I mean, ever since he messed up his thumb and he has that bone chip in his finger, the 3-point percentage like it's gone down a little bit. And it's been like, as far as like the volume of shots that he's taking, it goes up and down every game. And it's not bad. I honestly thought it was gonna be worse. I thought he was gonna fall in love with the 3-pointer a lot more. But as far as Cat individually, it's definitely a positive A-, or a B plus. But now the Knicks, 3rd in the East, only behind Cleveland Cavaliers and Boston Celtics. Talk to me. What do you think about the report card that we should give the Knicks
for the year?
Yeah, for the first half.
Dude,
of the
honestly,
season,
I can't give it higher than a B. I understand they're 36-18, but 0-5 against the Thunder, the Celtics, the Cavaliers. Were we going to be lower than 3 in the East? Maybe I'm spoiled at this point because the Knicks have been good for the last couple of years, but I don't know if I can justify giving them a higher grade. Yes, they have no Mitchell Robinson, but not even one win. Like they can't go 1-4 against those teams.
Yeah,
that's a little. For that, I mean, what grade are you giving them?
I mean, I honestly thought that we were going to be hovering around the 4 and 5 seed the whole season. I thought we were just going to go back and forth between the 4th and the 5th seed. So being a 3rd seed, I mean, it's not obviously it's only one place higher than the 4th. You said a B. I'd probably go a B plus.
For me, the number of the seed doesn't matter. It's the tier that they're in because 1 and 2 is a tier. Then the Knicks, that 3, 4, 5. That's I mean, maybe the Knicks are in their own tier because it does feel like they're better than 3, 4, and 5, and then 4, 5, and 6. But they, I expected them to be in that top tier, and they're not there.
So let's break it down by tiers. So do you have Cleveland Cavaliers and Boston in one tier, or do you have like Cleveland in its own tier, Boston in its own tier? Like, talk to me about that.
I mean, I'm putting them in the same tier right now.
As Boston?
I understand we've been sleeping on the Cavaliers, but the record, you can't ignore what they're doing. You just can't ignore what they're doing. Like I'm not gonna ignore it. Boston, yes, they blew us out twice. Yes, they're the defending champions. I mean, I'm not. All I'm saying is the Cavaliers come out of the East this year. I'm not surprised at all. Just like with the Celtics. Even though obviously if I'm ranking them, Celtics 1, Cleveland 2. but they're in the same tier for me. Yeah. How about you?
No, yeah, I understand that. I don't know, man. I want to put Boston in its own tier and Cleveland in its own tier because we've seen this time and time again with a Donovan Mitchell-led team. He's the best player on the team that usually gets you, at best, a second-round playoff appearance. And plus, with the whole history with the Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, us smoking them in 2 years ago in the first round. I think you're right. I think we need to put Cleveland and Boston as tier one. Even though I just don't have any confidence in Cleveland Cavaliers at all. This is something else that like I was thinking about during the week. I get it. Cleveland Cavaliers, number 1 seed. Nobody expected them to be where they are right now. But when you look at the roster. They made the move for DeAndre Hunter. I think that's a scary move for the East and for the Knicks specifically.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, that's a very scary move. Moving out Karis LeVert and Georges Niang, like those 2 players for DeAndre Hunter, was 100% an upgrade. But, dude, they're going to be depending on Sam Merrill, Ty Jerome, and Dean Wade. Do you trust those 3, bro? Get the hell out of here, bro.
Of course not.
The playoffs is completely different. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley, of course. Those are going to be your 4 main players to carry you through the playoffs. But just like Shaq says, just like every other NBA player who has a podcast or is in the media, you have to depend on the others. Dean Wade, Ty Jerome, and Sam Merrill. The playoffs is different from the regular season, bro. All the defensive schemes being drawn up against them, they're not going to be surprising anybody in the playoffs.
I agree with you. And if the Cavaliers do look worse in the playoffs, I'm ready to take them out of that first tier. But for now, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt because they've been just phenomenal. Like they've been just phenomenal this year. So I got to give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. But we got some comments here. Do you think Deuce McBride has been disappointing this season? Because Senora Montserrat is saying that he hasn't hit the next level that they expected.
I mean, dude, that opening night against Boston, I was so impressed by Deuce, bro. He missed he only missed 2 shots. I was so impressed by Deuce.
It felt like he hit every shot that night. He was the only guy hitting shots that night.
No, facts. I mean, he got blown out. But I get why that question is brought up because ever since the opening night, it's kind of like it just hasn't been what us Knicks fans have been expecting. For the season, he's averaging 9 points, 2.6 assists, 2.3 rebounds on 41.7% from the field and 37.6 3%. Three pointers, 3-point field goal percent. And that is off 3-pointers, that's 4.5 3-pointers attempted. And on regular field goals, that's about 7.7. I don't know.
I'm shocked that his points per game is that low. Because watching him, it feels like he scores more than that.
That's the thing. It's just I feel Deuce's impact more this season. Like when he's out there, me personally, when he's out there, like when he gets the ball, I'm not worried anymore. I'm like, okay, to me personally, I've seen Deuce take another step where he has the confidence to break down his defender, go to the rack and then create a play for other and kick it out for a 3. That confidence in his game I see, so I'm not worried when he gets the ball. So as far as that aspect, like I can't say it's a disappointment. But when you look at the raw numbers and then you project it to him averaging maybe anywhere between like 12 to 15 points, and obviously he's not averaging that, he's only averaging 9. I could see where the disappointment comes from, but I don't know, it's hard, man. I mean, to answer the question, point blank period, no. I'm not disappointed in Deuce. I like where he's at.
I'm not disappointed at all because, like you said, he's a breath of fresh air off the bench. When he gets in, we're confident when he has the ball in his hands. The Garden loves him every time he's putting up a shot. It feels like I agree with that point so much that his impact is so much greater than the numbers. Because I was honestly shocked to hear those numbers. He feels like he's just doing more than that on the court. Absolutely. So I mean, yeah.
3.2 field goals made on 7.7 field goals attempted. 1.7 3-pointers made on 4.5 3-pointers attempted. He's only taking 7. Damn, Deuce is only taking 7 shots, bro. Deuce needs to ramp that up, bro. Like
we got dogs out here. Like there's are only so many shots, and we got guys who need them.
I mean, I get it. I guess.
Yeah. All right. What's up, Nick Yak? How we doing? No Chris today. It's Valentine's Day, so he's not here with us.
He's with his lady, yo.
Yeah. I keep making fun of him, be like, oh, yeah, she's not real, but no,
Oh
she
yeah, the fake girlfriend
definitely is real.
the fake girlfriend that
Yeah.
you think he has. That's hilarious.
No, yeah, dude. Yeah, our 9-man rotation being better than the Cavs, like it should be. It should be the
When Mitch comes back.
yeah, when Mitch comes back. So we will see. But I'm worried to do projecting against the top teams in the league right now because we haven't beaten a single one of them. So if we beat one or two, then they'll be right back to where we were at the beginning of the year. Be like, yeah, we're in finals mode. But
You
as
talking
of
about
today,
you talking about
as of
Cleveland,
today,
Boston, Thunder, and
honestly, just that.
just that. Where are we? 1-4.
Well, no, we're 0-5, right? 0-2 Thunder, 0-2 Boston, 0-1 Cavs, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not a good sign.
No, even one would make such a difference. And yes, there was a close game against the Thunder, but we blew a 14-point lead.
Yeah, but we also got nice wins. We got the win against Denver. We got a win against Memphis. We got some nice wins under our belt. Yo, obviously we weren't able to talk to each other after the post game against Boston Celtics last Saturday. I don't know if you caught my post game, but dude, I was speaking of our record against really good teams. Dude, I was so disappointed with the way we played on that night. You saw the game?
Yeah. No, I didn't see like 2 minutes. No, so remember we cut it to 3 in the fourth quarter, in the
Yeah.
third quarter, and then it got worse. I didn't watch the end of the game because like I turned it off, but actually did watch your video. And like I thought you made a bunch of good points. This team it's so frustrating because we feel like we're there. Jalen Brunson called it a measuring stick game. And we're coming up so short, which sucks is we're so short. It's not even like, oh, we're right there, we just lost. Like I'm not trying to say like too much, I'm not trying to talk too negatively about the Knicks, but like it's a scary thing on the horizon that we can't ignore. However, I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about us beating all the other teams.
No, I mean, dude, the reason why I brought it up is because literally the first play was a message, and it just set the tone for the rest of the game. Jason Tatum hitting Karl-Anthony Towns with the in and out at the top of the key, and then absolutely baptizing Precious Achiuwa at the rim with two hands. No, I'm not talking about Precious. I kind of want to like. It was just like to me. I took that as like, yo, they really don't care about us. Like I don't think that they have us in our mind. Like the way that they played, and Boston is known for taking averaging I think 50 3-pointers attempted a game. Like I feel like they don't care about us, bro. They're like, yeah, you guys have a good team, but when it comes down to it, like we're not scared of you guys. And I was just so disappointed that was the first play of the game. How you gonna let Jason Tatum dunk on our team, bro? Somebody had to like foul him or something. And it's not even just about the 2 points. It's about what those 2 points represent. And then of course, yeah, we just didn't play well, bro. And then Jason Tatum, like, what do you think? I also, the happy hour, obviously, we're talking about the Knicks, but this happy hour, we always just go in general. We talk about the NBA in general. Yep. And Jason Tatum, I don't think gets enough respect around the league.
Dude, he's a dog. He's a dog. Last year, one of my friends predicted him to win NBA MVP, and I actually put that take in a group chat to make fun of him because I thought it was that bad. And then Tatum came out and proved me wrong. Turned out to be an MVP candidate last season. I agree with you. Tatum is underrated, but he's not. He's like a tier 2 player, with tier 1 being the guy who can be the number 1 player in any given season. Where I don't think Tatum can be that.
You don't think Tatum can be the best player on the championship team?
No. I think he already has been. He already has been. I don't care who won MVP. He already has been. Let's make that clear. Second, my actual point I'm trying to make here, he can't be over the entire course of an NBA season. I don't think Jason Tatum can be the number 1 player in the league. He can be better than Embiid one season, Jokic one season, Luka one season. But I don't see him having a season where he's better than all of those guys. Because Luka, Embiid, Jokic, they're in like that top tier for me of any of those guys could be the number 1 guys in a season. And I don't think Tatum's there.
Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure that we're both on the same page. You don't think Tatum can be the best player in the league for consecutive seasons? You think you could be the best player in the league for like one season or maybe like another season? But like Jokic has been the best player in the league for what, the last 3-4 seasons? You don't think he could have like a Jokic type run?
Correct. Yeah, correct.
Got it. Going back to your whole Jason Tatum what did you say about Jason Tatum? Something about being the best player on the floor? on his team.
Oh, I said no. I said he was the best player on a championship winning team already.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the Finals MVP, bro. So like that.
I know he got robbed. He got robbed.
He didn't get robbed, bro.
He got
Jaylen
robbed.
Brown had
He
more
got
of a
robbed,
consistent
bro.
series, bro. Look at the numbers. Jaylen Brown had more consistency in that series. Jason Tatum was too up and down, bro.
I mean, dude, didn't Tatum lead them in like every single stat that series?
I mean, maybe.
I'm pretty sure he led them in points, rebounds, and assists. Tatum killed us this year. He absolutely did. He's a little bit inconsistent. That's why I don't think he's on the top level.
Where do you have him? Is he top 5?
So I'm trying to figure out who 4 and 5 are right now because I mean, this year Embiid's not top 5. I don't even know where you
Hell
put
no.
Embiid this year. You probably just NA Embiid, right?
No, 100%.
Because when he's healthy, he's 5.
Yeah,
But
100%.
right now we got obviously Luka.
Yeah.
Has to be there out of respect, even though this season he's been injured.
I mean, if we're doing literally, you just said it, and we could apply it to Embiid, out of respect, because he's injured.
No, I think Embiid can be. I think Embiid can have a Jokic type run. If he's healthy, I think he's good enough. Yeah.
Okay, so let's put this caveat. Everybody healthy.
Okay. So that's why Embiid is in that number,
Absolutely.
that top tier, and Tatum isn't, because I think Embiid can have a run like that where he ascends into like a Giannis Jokic type player. Because Giannis and Jokic, they're going down as top 15, let's just make this conservative. They're going down as top 20 players in NBA history. Two-time MVPs, or multiple-time MVPs, NBA Finals MVP.
Right.
They're monsters, and they're still pretty young. Like, they're still in their primes.
Yeah, I mean everybody healthy. I think the Jokic, no question. Luka, no question. SGA, no question. Embiid, no question. That's 4. Yeah, and then after that 4,
That top 5, honestly, I would put Tatum there now.
Me too.
But I would cut the tier there.
I would put Tatum at the 5th spot as well. So then, okay, so that's the tier, and then so Tatum just makes the cut basically.
Yeah, but for me, this
yeah.
year, the MVPs should be Shea. But
Yeah,
Shea, I'm not
100%.
taking Shea over a healthy Embiid, Giannis, Jokic, or I'm trying to think if I take him over Luka.
No, dude,
I don't think I would.
I forgot to mention Giannis. Okay, so it's Joker, Luka, SGA, Embiid, Giannis. Those are the top 5, and in no particular order, but those are the top 5.
Yeah.
So then Tatum would be number 6. So he would be number 6. I definitely agree with that. And you said you would not take SGA over a healthy
Embiid.
You wouldn't take him over Luka. You wouldn't take him over Joker.
Yeah, that's if I'm starting a franchise. Who do I want? If let's say every player is 25 years old, who am I taking? Who can have a multiple time MVP, Finals MVP? Who do I think it's going to be? I'm taking Jokic first. I'm taking Luka first. I'm taking Giannis first. I'm taking Embiid first. Then then Shea. I'm honestly putting Shea in the Tatum tier. I am.
Yeah, I'm so off of Luka. Like I'm just no. You guys know my stance on Luka. Never been a fan. Never will be until he proves it. And I don't think. They're not doing anything this year. They'll probably make some noise, maybe get past the first round, but they're not going to the championship. They're not winning the NBA Finals. Luka still doesn't look healthy. I don't know why nobody's really talking about that. He looks like he's still recovering, bro.
He is. He's on a minutes restriction, coming off of a calf injury. We've seen him fully healthy, but he needs a little bit of time now. Like, just give him a little bit of time.
Yeah, but do you think they're? Of course. I don't even know if they're gonna win I don't even know if they're gonna win a championship, bro. I really don't know if they're gonna win a championship when Luka is even healthy, bro. I'm telling you, dog.
This year they don't have a center. Who's their center? Like
Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes,
right? But even with that Mark Williams trade, even if that trade went down, I don't think they were gonna win a championship.
I don't think they would have won, but LeBron just does things that are impossible. They are impossible.
Dude,
so you can't ever count LeBron out.
100%. You want to go ahead.
No, someone said, how are we forgetting Wembanyama? So, I mean, that is my fault for saying if we're starting a team and we're taking, like, guys, but Wembanyama isn't in that top. Where is Wembanyama? He's not
right
top
now.
5 yet. He's not top 5 yet.
He's top 10, but he's probably
I
like
was gonna say he's top 10 though.
But
That was
he's
a
probably
really smart
like,
comment.
but he was probably
really
like
comment.
9 or 10. He might be number
Which is
10,
insane
honestly.
for how young he is. That's insane and not fair. And the Spurs are going to be discussing in a couple of years, but not now.
Absolutely.
We talk about Jackson Hayes. We are absolutely talking about Jackson Hayes. I'm not taking. I mean, okay, honestly,
Talk to me.
that might be a solid conversation too. I'm taking healthy Embiid this year, but in 2 years, I'm definitely taking Wembanyama over Embiid. Maybe in 1 year, taking Wemby over Embiid.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Even if Embiid was healthy this year, I might still be taking Wemby, bro. I might still be taking Wemby.
I mean, dude, do you know how many blocks per game he averages?
Tell me. I'll look it up.
4.
4?
4. And that is,
Yeah.
it's the last time I checked, it was 1.6 blocks per game over the number 2 shot blocker, which is just like insane.
You said he averaged 4.
Yeah. All right.
4. Boy.
Yeah. Let's bring it back to the Knicks though here. So, Dariel, Precious Achiuwa, I'm imagining you're still a Precious Achiuwa hater. After you guys' ankles broken.
It's not a hater, bro. It's me analyzing the game. The guy is, bro. He's not answered. He's not the answer, bro. In the offseason, even if Mitchell Robinson comes back, Precious Achiuwa is going to be backing up Cat or Mitch. Are you really confident with Precious Achiuwa backing up those two?
As a backup, getting like 12 minutes per game, why not? So
how many turnovers does he have to commit to show you guys that he is just not the answer, bro? He is. We have him. Okay, cool. We got to roll with what we got. I get it, but I just wish we had a better backup, bro. This guy's not it.
Okay. I want to address one comment first.
Yeah.
Achiuwa did play well against Atlanta. That was great to see. But okay, so if you don't like Achiuwa as that backup, sub in depth there, how would you address that position?
How would I address that position?
Yeah, like you go in the draft to get a better, because if you don't like Precious, you got to have someone better in mind, right?
I mean, I was really hoping we did something at the trade deadline. I was really hoping we picked up like a veteran big.
So yeah, just pretending that you could make a trade right now, or what they should do in the offseason. Precious
Walker
only has
Kessler.
that 1 year.
Walker Kessler. Dude,
Kessler's he's not available. He's the perfect fit, but he's not available. And you're telling me Walker Kessler is gonna come in and be a backup? He's gonna take over the Precious to a role. Like he's not.
Imagine if we had Walker Kessler in the backup. Yo, it's an instant championship, dog.
What if Walker Kessler is a starter? I mean, you got to trade Mitch in a Walker Kessler trade, though.
I'm not. And
yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out, because if you don't like Precious Achiuwa being that backup 4 or 4 or 5, whatever, he's a power forward. Like, who else are we getting? Because I need an answer. It doesn't have to be a good answer, but I need an answer.
I know. It's hard for me to think of someone in particular. And then all the people that I'm thinking about, like, they're pretty much starters. Walker Kessler.
Okay, so
go ahead.
Exactly. Because me and Chris's point off camera is we feel like you're looking for a guy who's too good to be a backup for us. And I understand that's how you win championships. You find guys like, I'm blanking on the bald guy from Boston. I'm blanking on right now. The guy who went to the Olympics.
The
All-star.
guard? Oh, Al Horford.
No. The guard.
Derek White.
Because he was a backup, but then he just played so well. They're like, wow, we have to play this guy more minutes. So I understand that's how you win championships, but me and Chris, our argument is you're looking for guys who are just too good to be backups to be a backup for our team.
No.
And that's why it's frustrating to us.
No, I get it. I'm looking at the comments right now. Josh Smooth, shout out to Josh Smooth. He said Moses Brown. Absolutely not. Moses Brown, he doesn't have enough experience. But somebody else, Senora Montserrat, Yabusele, bro. I made a video in the off season that when the 76ers picked up Yabusele because he had a really impressive run in the Olympics in Paris, going up against the USA, dunking on LeBron. When the 76ers picked up Yabusele, I was low-key hurt because he's able to spread the floor. He could put the ball on the floor. He's a big body. He has offensive moves. He has a basic baby hook. Like, he has more of an offensive game. Me, personally, I just want my players to be able to put the ball in the bucket. If you give me the ball, I want my player to be able to have a triple threat. Pass, shoot, or put the ball on the floor. Create for others. And Precious Achiuwa, when you give Precious Achiuwa the ball, offensively, what can Precious Achiuwa do? He does not have a consistent jump shot. He cannot put the ball on the floor. He does not have a post move. He does not have a regular move. So what is he there to do? He's there to clean up the garbage. He's there for offensive rebounds. Okay, cool. But me personally, that's why I'm not a fan of Precious Achiuwa, because I want all my players to be able to have something to bring to the table on both ends of the floor. Yabusele, Precious Achiuwa is a better defender than Yabusele. Okay, I'll give you that. But I guess you can say that I value a little bit more on the offensive end. And Yabusele, like I said, he's able to spread the floor. He has a three-point shot. He's a big body. He's going to be able to bang down low. Like, that might have been the move, bro.
Okay, so let's pretend that contracts don't exist. You can do anything with the money. We're playing 2K. Turn off all the trade logic.
Michael Jordan.
Would you trade Precious Achiuwa for Yabusele straight up?
Yes. No question.
You would rather have Yabusele? Okay.
I would rather have Yabusele.
That goes into my next question for you, which is, who is a team who has a backup power forward like the guy you want for the Knicks? Because it's got to be a guy who's a backup. You can't say, oh, we want this guy and point out a starter here, because they're going to be a backup.
Yabusele's not a starter.
No, I know Yabusele. That's one. So give me do you have any more examples?
I'm trying to go through the. Give me a second.
Precious can shoot short range shots and drive.
Stop.
I mean,
stop. He does not have a jumper. Whoever said that, stop.
No, it's not a jumper. Short range. Talk about like floaters and stuff.
Okay, cool.
I would think. Okay. I mean,
I'm looking at the teams. Okay, so Cleveland's bigs: Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley. Who's backing them up? Tristan Thompson? No.
I mean, it's gonna be tough. I'm telling you right now. The question is, it's a difficult question on purpose, because I feel like the thing that you're asking for is really, really difficult to find.
Orlando's big is Boba Gatazi, Wendell Carter. Detroit has Jalen Dern as a starting big. Paul Reed? No, yeah, Paul Reed. Is that his name? Paul Reed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's backing up. Atlanta's big man is Clint Capella, Oyeke Onkanku. Miami has Khalil Ware. They have Bam. Can't think of any other bigs. Chicago, they have Vucevic. Don't know any other bigs. Philly has Embiid, Yabusele. Brooklyn has Nick Claxton, Day'Ron Sharp. I did a video on Day'Ron Sharp. That would be an I don't know. That wouldn't be my answer. Toronto, who's big? Toronto's big is Jakob Poeltl, Chris Boucher. Charlotte, it was Nick Richards. They got Mark Williams back. Washington Wizards, Jonas got traded.
I actually might have one for you. What about Jared Vanderbilt from the Lakers?
He's a power forward?
Yeah.
How tall is he?
I thought he was 6'7".
Yeah, he's like an undersized big, right?
6'8".
Yeah. He's an undersized big. I'm not a big fan about that.
He only averages 3.1 points per game. I definitely thought he scored more points than that, because I remember him on those.
He's just coming back from injury right now.
Yeah, 2 years ago, he was like that 3-and-D help guy.
I did a video more recently on Daniel Tice and Marvin Bagley III out of the buyout market. Marvin Bagley III, too much injury.
I mean, I love Bagley, but he's not a good NBA player.
Why? Just because of the injury stuff, or what?
What do you mean? Oh, why do I like him?
No, why do you say that he's not an NBA player?
Him? Like, he was drafted second overall. Like, he's not good. He's not good.
But but is it?
I know that's awful analysis, but he's not good.
No, I hear what you're saying, but the thing is that he has the injuries. The injuries are preventing him to show what he's able to do on a consistent basis.
Dude, I am he went to Duke, so I'm a huge fan of him. But like,
all right.
I'm just, everything that I saw from him at Duke it's gone. Like, he's just.
Now I'll take your word, because I haven't followed his career. I just know from what I see from here and there. Daniel Tice is a nice name, but the thing is, he's undersized as well. He's like 6'7", 6'8". I don't want these undersized bigs. I'm looking for like.
Dude, so the thing that we're gonna settle on here is, it's really hard to find the guy that you're looking for right now, and I feel like we can give Precious a little bit more respect for what he brings to the table.
What about Houston? Steven Adams is a starting big, right? Or he comes off the bench?
Honestly, I mean, well, Steven Adams has been injured, so
true.
I mean, but he's a center. He's never going to play power forward. Like,
okay. Memphis.
So what does?
Go ahead.
No, what does Steven Adams do? Because offensively, Steven Adams doesn't give you.
Right.
At this stage of his
Right,
career,
right.
gives you next to nothing.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm going through all the rosters.
Yeah, no, I
OKC.
know. It's tough.
It
Daniel
is
Tice
tough.
signed in Europe, according to
Oh, did
John
he?
Smith. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Mo Bamba. Is Bamba? Oh, I guess Isaac is probably starting over Bamba now.
Jonathan, I believe.
Now that Isaac's, body parts work.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, man. Looking at everybody's roster, it's really hard to get someone that I can name.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I'm gonna say one last time, then I'll stop. The threshold that you're looking for a power forward is just too high. So your expectations are too high for what we're looking for here.
But yo, you're on the court, bro. You're an NBA player. Give me something, bro. My expectations are you're an NBA player. You made it to the highest ranks of any basketball player, anybody's dream. You should be able to offer something offensively, dog.
Dude, he does. I mean, okay, like
What does he do, Matt? Give me something specifically that he does good.
Pick and roll. He's got the pick and roll.
Pick and roll what?
Effort. What do you mean when?
No, pick and roll what? He could pop out and not hit a consistent jump shot? He could roll and then not able to finish at the rim?
Roll to the rim, give Jalen Brunson another option to score.
Come on, bro.
Dude, he's put people on posters. Yo, Nick Yak is saying Mitch solves everything. I mean, you're absolutely right. We just need him back healthy.
Just a heads up, the Zoom is about to end. I'll definitely send the link again, but just wanted to give you a heads up.
Yeah, you're good.
So, Senora Montserrat said Niang is nice. Georges Niang from the Atlanta Hawks that got traded from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I disagree, but hey,
please stop.
If you're a fan, then go for it. Like,
crazy. He has a crazy stat. It's something about being like amongst active NBA players. He's like one of the most winningest players in the league. Do you remember seeing that stat?
No. I remember I saw something crazy. I don't remember what it was though. If he's a winner, then like I guess bring him in. Like
he has a weird stat where he just has the most winning percentage of his whole career or whatever. Yo, give it a second. I gotta get Matt back on the feed. You know what it is. But guys, thank you so much for joining on today's live with Matt and I. Make sure to keep dropping the comments down below. And Matt and I, we will try and get to it. As we wait until Matt gets here, let me go into the comments. Let me see what you guys say. I love Jovic, the 6'10" small forward from Miami with handle, who's now getting time. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of Jovic. I feel like the Miami Heat, they've been waiting for him to evolve and actually take that next step, and I'm just not sure that he's going to be able to do that.
Yeah, that happens with a lot of young players. Like, their fans dig their hooks into him. They expect way too much out of him, and then they just never improve. But like,
Oh, you're talking about Jovic? Yeah.
Yeah. And then with Jovic, they're going to be a piece in every single hypothetical trade possible. Every time a star comes up, they're like, oh yeah, give him two firsts and Jovic.
Wait, what do you think about that Miami Heat trade?
Jimmy, I mean, I think it makes sense for the Warriors getting Jimmy Butler and Curry together because I like how their timelines in the NBA line up with each other because you're going to get only a couple more years of prime. Like, if you can get more prime out of Jimmy, there wasn't a playoff Jimmy level guy on the trade market. So I think it's worth the risk for Golden State because I thought they were dead in the water. I think that's a great move. It's a high risk, really high reward. I mean, yeah, the really low floor for that, but the ceiling that playoff Jimmy potentially gives you, I love that for Golden State, honestly. But I don't remember exactly what they gave up.
They gave up Andrew Wiggins. I know that he was a part of the trade.
Well, yeah, I mean, on top of Wiggins. Wiggins, dude, I'm
so off of Wiggins, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think he's a game changer. I really don't.
I mean, he's
not replaceable, but he's not a game changer.
Wiggins was one of, if not the biggest reasons why they won that championship in 2022 against the Boston Celtics. Like, he had a really good playoff run. It wasn't just the final series, but look at what he's done since. Look at what he's done before. Like, Wiggins, he was number one. Yeah, he was the number one pick.
I mean, dude, First overall pick to the Cavaliers, does nothing. Goes to the Timberwolves, does nothing.
Does nothing. Yeah, I'm with you. I think his career should have been a lot more better than what it was.
I agree. I agree.
Go ahead.
Dude. So, yeah, I guess, I mean, we kind of saw this coming, but I guess Kolek is not going to be seeing any minutes this season. Because I told before the season started, I told you I was watching the preseason games, and he was turning the ball over a lot, and that trend has continued into the season now. I feel like whenever he gets in for 2 minutes at the end of the game, he turns the ball over at least once. And I don't want to say that, but he's got time to develop.
No, he'll be fine. I think, and I think I just saw I think he was questionable to play prior to that game on Wednesday against the Atlanta Hawks because he rolled his ankle. I don't know why that just popped up on my head. But as far as Tyler Kolek getting minutes, yeah, bro, what do you want? What do you want him to do, bro? He's like 5'5".
Oh no, there's nothing for him to do. He's not ready. He's not ready. That's okay.
Yeah,
he's a second round pick. He's not supposed to be ready.
He's 5'5". He looks like a player that I go play against in the 24-hour fitness. He needs a haircut. He needs to eat burgers. So,
dude,
he'll be fine.
I hope he can I hope he can get himself a real role on the Knicks in 2 years, 1 year. We'll see. We gotta give him time. Gotta give him a lot of time because he's not ready yet.
He really needs to work on his game this offseason because one thing, like everybody knows, the NBA moves fast. Obviously, there's a draft every year. Players come in, so you gotta work to keep your
his spot's not safe.
No,
there could be.
not.
I don't have a prospect off the top of my head, but there could be the next but better version of Tyler Kolek, who's supposed to be going 18th overall or in the top 20, falls to the second rounds of the Knicks, and they go, we'll take him. Tyler Kolek, sorry.
Somebody in the chat, Nick Yak, Miami will have a huge team with rookie center, Bam, and Jovic. Check out how he improved his numbers from terrible. Kid is arriving. Nick Yak, he said with the rookie center, he's talking about Khalil Ware. Khalil Ware, bro? Miami done it again, dog. They done it again. Have you seen him? My boy is gonna be a problem, dog.
Bro, Heat culture is real. It's real.
Yeah, man. They always pull something out of their ass, dog. The guy, and he can hit threes, bro. He can hit threes, bro. And he's just uberly athletic. I don't know, man. That might be the replacement for Bam. I'm not saying that he's gonna be an all-star, but Bam has been underwhelming.
Dude, I think I understand he's a center who can bring up the basketball. And that's highly coveted, but I think Bam has been overrated, dude.
You think he's been overrated, huh?
Been overrated.
Bam is interesting, man, because I've always had a frustrating relationship with him because he should be so much better than what he is, but then he just doesn't produce to the level where I expect him to be. He's averaging. Go ahead.
Dude, he had while you collect those stats, we remember those playoff series where he would put up a ton of points, but it would be on horribly efficient shooting. And the other team was like, yeah, if he's going to shoot like that, we'll let him shoot like that. We'll let him score that many if he's going to take that many shots to do it.
16 points, 10 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 1 steal, 6.5 field goals made on 13.7 field goals attempted. That is 47%. 3-pointers is horrible. He's only attempting 2.5 3-pointers a game. And it's 29%. He's averaging 0.8 3-pointers made on 2.5 3-pointers attempted.
Oh God,
that is horrible. 29.9%.
That is bad.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see where the Miami Heat goes from here because they've always been looked at as the zombies of the East, where no matter where they are in the regular season, if they're able to get to the playoffs, they're gonna make some noise. But
they lost that one guy who made all the noise is gone now.
Yeah, and Tyler Hero, even though he's having an all-star season, congratulations. Tyler Hero and Bam is not the answer. Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we landed on that, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, dude, so speaking of Tyler Hero and the Knicks, Jalen Brunson plus 750 to win the three-point contest. Are we throwing on that or what?
Okay, thank you for segueing into the All-Star weekend. What do you watch anything of the All-Star weekend? Because, dude, that's a conversation.
Me and my friends were pre-gaming last year, and we were having friendly bets while drinking. So yes, I watched the game.
Okay.
But the festivities were actually really fun to watch, and I'm definitely watching Mac McClung in his final dunk contest. So yes, I am going to watch maybe the three-point contest. Actually, Brunson's in the three-point contest, so I'm going to watch that. Dunk contest, I'm definitely watching for McClung, even though the other contestants look really boring on paper. We'll see what they bring out, but they look really boring right now. I'm definitely interested to see Mac McClung though, because last year's dunk contest was absurd, dude.
Absurd
Absurd.
bad or absurd good?
Did you not see Mac McClung in the dunk contest last year?
I forgot. He's done it 2 years in a row now, or last year was his first year?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
so
They
so
all
am I
mix. They
thinking
all mix together. Honestly.
yeah, am I thinking of 2 years ago? What's the one dude, he bounced off the backboard and then like I don't know, he did something
Okay. So
crazy with jumping over people, bro.
okay. So you're saying that it was absurdly
No
good.
way.
Talk
Wait,
to me.
someone said 3-point and the dunk for Little Mac. There's no way Mac McClung's in the 3-point contest too.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Listen, I haven't watched. I haven't watched All-Star Weekend as far as Saturday night with the skills contest, 3-point dunk contest, and the All-Star game on Sunday night. I have not watched that since I was, I don't know, maybe like 5 years now, bro. Yo, this is a conversation we gotta have, dog. I have an idea. Listen to me, Matt.
Yeah.
I have an idea of how to fix All-Star Weekend. And everybody in the chat, let me know if you agree or not, and don't be mean to me. But this is what we're gonna do. Sunday night, we're taking the All-Star game out. We're moving it to Saturday night, okay? So the All-Star game is gonna go from Sunday to Saturday. What is going to replace the All-Star game on Sunday night is going to be King of the Hill one-on-one competition. And the way that we're gonna set it up is the week prior to King of the Hill Sunday night, the week prior, we're gonna have a window from like Monday to Thursday where anybody in the NBA is going to be able to call out anybody. And Shams is going to be the one to break it down. He's going to be the one to sending out the tweet of breaking news. LeBron James comes out and challenges Kevin Durant to a one-on-one tournament in the King of the Hill style tournament on Sunday night. That's how it's gonna bring buzz. That's how it's gonna bring noise. But there are certain rules and stipulations in order for people to call out each other. What it looks like the only reason why players are playing hard as of recently is because of money. You got the NBA Cup. You get $500,000 if you win it. So money is a big reason why players are going to take things serious. So in order to call out anybody, you're going to have to put up a minimum of maybe like $2 million or $1 million, whatever. That's to call out anybody. Now, if LeBron James calls out Kevin Durant, if Kevin Durant wants to take on that challenge, he's going to have to put up $1 million or $2 million. That way, they're going to actually care and they're going to actually play hard. And you have a window from Monday to Thursday. The Monday through Thursday prior to the All-Star game, there could be any amount of players coming out to challenge everybody. You got LeBron James calling out Kevin Durant. You got Stephen Curry calling out Kyrie Irving. You got Russell Westbrook calling out, I don't know, any one of his teammates that he hates. So basically, it's going to be a one-on-one King of the Hill tournament style. And then if it's 8 players, you're going to have 4 brackets. If you move on from your first bracket, you're gonna play the winner of the other bracket. And at the end of it all, the player is gonna be able to collect all of the money, and they're gonna have their choice of keeping it to themselves or donating it to a charity. More than likely, donating it to a charity. That's a lot of information that I'm throwing at you, but the reason why I'm throwing it at you is because the weekend is over. Yo, it's a wrap, bro. It's not like it was. It's never going to be like how it was. And Adam Silver's been very open-minded with taking ideas and implementing different stuff. The NBA Cup, the play-in tournament at the end of the season. Like, they've been open. So it's time to really start changing this stuff. Because the All-Star game, dude, I'm not even watching the All-Star game. I'm going to, check in every once in a while just to see how our boys are doing. But I'm not going to sit there and watch it like I was when I was a teenager or when I was a kid.
You know, the All-Star game's definitely not no bueno anymore. But I can tell you put a lot of thought into that. And Adam Silver has definitely been open to changing stuff. $1 million. Someone said in the comments, Derek, if $1 million is a crazy amount. I honestly, for an all-star, though, they're all on crazy contracts. I think that's enough to make it interesting, but not enough to make it too much. The thing I think that they would be scared about and why the players would not want to do that tournament is because they don't want to play hard enough. They're not for $1 million or $2 million. They're going to be going hard in a.
That's it. That's the thing.
I think they don't want to go that hard. They don't want to risk it because, unfortunately, with the way the NBA is a business, if they get injured, they just are sacrificing too much money. And if they're going to get injured, they gotta be getting injured in a game, in a real game. They're not going to be.
But this is
one-on-one-ing.
But this is the thing. So the NBA, they've been getting their asses kicked by the NFL. Christmas Day, NFL just like, yo, we don't care about your turf. We're taking over your corner. And NFL was like, yo, they literally was like, yo, we're taking over your corner. We don't care if you own Christmas Day for the last 10 years. We're taking it over. The Super Bowl was last weekend. Even though the Luka Doncic trade definitely took over headlines, because I feel like that trade still has residual effects, bro. I'm still not over that trade.
The thing about football is there was no football that weekend.
Right, the weekend prior, I get it. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm saying even like all the way up until the actual Super Bowl day, I feel like the NBA, the headlines, I feel like the NBA was still leading it because of that Luka Doncic trade. Like,
so of course they were leading. It was the trade deadline. It was the trade deadline. There were 30 invested fan bases. There are only 2 invested fan bases for the NFL. The trade deadline, one of the highest activity moments of the season, combined with the craziest, most surprising trade of all time. Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, of course, the NBA beat them that week. Of course.
No, 100%. But going back to my point is, you're saying that the players they just don't want to get injured and they don't want to take it serious. That's why I threw in the $1 million minimum of $1 million in order to challenging anybody or in order to accept, because we need the only way to fix it is if you need the players to be competitive, and I feel like that's gonna fix it. And on top of that, just being in the headlines, being the talk of the internet, that's what the NBA needs. Now that the NFL is over, it's going to be a little easier. But just imagine like December and more likely January. Just imagine January as the NFL season is winding down. The NBA is going to stay in the headlines because Shams is going to be breaking all these tweets talking about LeBron James is going to be challenging someone because, and all of those. When LeBron James comes out and challenges Kyrie Irving, it's going to lead into the NBA talking head shows talking about why did LeBron James challenge Kyrie Irving? Is there any lasting residual feelings the way that Kyrie Irving and LeBron James were in the locker room? There's going to be so much stuff that these NBA talking head shows, they're going to bring up all these different type of news and rumors and reports. And I think the NBA, they could beat the NFL on 2 fronts, as far as the headlines, as far as the ratings. That's just my take, man.
All right, so people in the comments are actually talking about something else here.
Talk to me.
They are thinking about 3-on-3 instead of 1-on-1. So think about 3-on-3. Each player puts up that money. Yes, they make less individually, but there's it's a bigger number at the end of the day. Each player puts up $2 million. $6 million, for the team. That's pretty good for beating it. And if it's a bracket, can you imagine each person puts it in to a bracket and the winning team gets like 20K or something? Or 20 million to split. That would be cool.
I'm not mad at that. I'd rather keep it 1-on-1 because then you just get to see who's better than who. And then
I understand that, but you were a professional basketball player, so I'm right when I say the better 1-on-1 player does not necessarily dictate who the better basketball player is.
Okay, but if you have a 1-on-1 tournament on a Sunday night, all that talk is going to end. If Kevin Durant beats LeBron James 1-on-1, it's a wrap. Kevin Durant, there's going to be all these talks about Kevin Durant's a better player. He has more handles. He has a better shot. I'm just saying, man, just the everything that would come from that night, all the talk, all the headlines, the NBA, they really need to consider this, bro, because I feel like it can have great positive ramifications for the NBA. But yeah, I don't know, man. Do you even understand the new way that the All-Star game is?
So they change
format?
it every single year. This one I don't know this one yet because I'm gonna learn it. When they're gonna tip the ball off and it says on the screen like here are the rules. That's when I'm gonna learn the rules.
Dude, I don't understand why they're changing it every single time.
Because they're trying to improve it. They're trying to improve it. And the first game, did you watch the first All-Star game with the Kobe rules?
Kobe rules, what's that?
They made it like in the fourth quarter. They set, I think what it was they added like 24 points, or they set a score limit, and there was money to charity. In 2020, that All-Star game was sick. That was so much fun to watch because
you liked it?
Yes, that changed it from these All-Star games that we're seeing now across sports where the guys don't really care, and it turned it into what looked like a real life game of 2K where you're running like all-star team, all-time teams against each other, teams with just loaded players, and they're playing hard against each other, and it was awesome.
I think I know which All-Star game you're talking about. And
I think LeBron's the captain. I think Jokic was the captain.
did Joel
Not
Embiid
Jokic, I'm sorry, Giannis.
did Joel Embiid hit the game-winning shot?
No, AD hit game-winning free throw.
Okay, so we're talking about two different All-Star games. Yeah, I don't know, man. But even I do remember all those rules being placed, and I remember that format, and it was cool. Like the players, they were actually taking it serious for the last like 5 minutes or whatever. But then I distinctly remember the All-Star game right after that. It just like it went back to normal. It was just like nobody taking stuff seriously.
Yeah, because they did it as a way also to honor Kobe, because they have to honor Kobe a lot. Like,
dude,
yeah. Kobe's your favorite player of all time, you said, or favorite non-Nick?
No, yeah, Kobe's my favorite player of all time. He's the reason why I started playing basketball. Love that guy forever. Right. Who's your favorite player of all time? Could be a Nick, non-Nick, whatever.
I mean, I don't know. Duke Zion was different. Duke
Zion answer is crazy.
Specifically Duke Zion.
Dude, I'm talking. Come on, man. NBA, bro. NBA,
I know, I'm kidding, bro.
Give me NBA.
Favorite player of all time?
Again, it could be anybody.
I mean, obviously, like I'm thinking about the old Knicks. Like Melo was tough, obviously, but I think because it would be someone from those teams. It would probably be either Melo or Tyson Chandler. I know Tyson Chandler is a crazy answer, but like,
bro, your favorite player of all time, a Nick or a non-Nick, is Melo or Tyson Chandler?
Dude, I don't have like crazy favorites.
LeBron, KD, Westbrook. No, none of those players. Paul George, Embiid.
KD's tough. Like, all
right, respect. Damn, you and Chris are riding that Melo. You guys are waving that Melo flag like crazy, bro. That's crazy.
No, I don't have like a deep connection to like any player like that. Like you said, like Kobe was the reason he started playing basketball. I know.
Yeah.
Melo was definitely the reason why Chris started watching the Knicks and stuff. Like I just don't have a player like that. I really don't.
Did you see what Jeff Teague said on his podcast? Maybe like last week. They were talking about. Go ahead.
Yes, but I forgot.
Yeah, so they were just talking about like who's the Knicks GOAT, and then Jeff Teague went on a rant just talking about Jalen Brunson is what he's doing with the Knicks is just way better than what Melo did, and then he said like during those years when he was with the Indiana Pacers and they were going up against the Knicks, like he wasn't afraid of the Knicks, and he was just. And I did like a 2-second on one of my videos that I posted recently. I did like a 2-second rant on like, yeah, Melo with the Knicks, bro, is a sad story, bro. It's like 70%. You could go back and forth. You could go maybe 50-50 as far as Melo's tenure with the Knicks not being great. And the reason why we weren't able to do anything, maybe it's 50% Melo. Maybe it's 50% Phil Jackson. I don't know what the exact breakdown is, but Melo deserves some credit for not being good on the Knicks, bro. I don't care what anybody says, but I'm gonna stand on that hill until I die.
Yeah, that's all good. Honestly, now that I think about it more, my favorite player has got to be someone. It's got to be either Zion, not specifically Duke Zion or Paulo Banchero. I understand neither one of them play for the Knicks, but
no, that's cool. Damn, that Duke bloodline is just running through your veins, bro.
I mean, dude, the Knicks have been they've not now obviously, but they've been bad. And I can't say Jalen Brunson now because Jalen Brunson's been here for 4 years or for 3 years. So,
all right. So I think your answer is actually Duke Zion.
No, it's definitely Duke Zion. Like you can laugh at that, but it's definitely Duke Zion because that was, dude. You do not understand.
Nick Servideo, Tyson Chandler. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I saw that, dude. Nah, Zion, bro, you could not take your eyes off the screen. You never knew that man was going to do next, bro.
So talk to me a little bit about Zion. What do you think? Do you think he's going to turn it around now that he's lost 50 pounds?
Like, honestly, no. I hope he does. I desperately hope he does, but I do not. I have no.
Okay, so do you think because he lost all the weight? So now that he lost all the weight and if something keeps popping up, he's been healthy and he's been playing, so that's good. Yeah. But do you think there's something else holding him back as to why he's not like being talked about as one of the better players in the league? Because there's been talks of just like how.
I mean, I think there are little things holding him back. Like I don't think he has his personal life under control and stuff like that. But
okay.
It's not any issues that don't affect a a large portion of NBA players. So
Because
I think he's not getting talked about right now because of the injuries. But when he gets back, he's a monster. We've seen that. He averages like 26.2 points per game. Absolute monster when he plays. So I hope he comes back. I have to see him keep the weight off before I give him all the credit in the world. He does deserve credit for losing the weight. But, when it's your full-time job to take the weight off you and you're getting paid millions of dollars to do it, it makes me a little bit less of a I'm not going to hype him up as much for that. And I got to see you actually play basketball because that's the hard part of his job.
he's only played 18 games this season.
Yeah.
18 games. He just started playing more recently. 24 points, 7.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 9.3 field goals made on 17 field goals attempted, 55%. 3-pointers is not really part of his game. The 3-point percentage is terrible. The reason why I asked you that question is because now that he finally got the weight off his body, there's still things that I see about him. Do you see like the way he walks, bro? Like he waddles when he walks.
You talk about like yeah, but he always did that. You're talking about.
No, I know he's always done that, but that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Besides the weight, I think he has other physical problems with his body.
I have a problem with that word.
Talk to me.
Problems. Are they problems or are they just characteristics?
Right.
I don't think we can specifically say that those things. I don't think we can say with complete certainty that they are negatives. The fact that he walks like that. I think that might just be him. Maybe the fact that he walks like that contributes to the fact that he can jump the way he can jump.
I get what you're saying.
We don't know. We're not doctors. We don't know.
Yeah, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. Okay, but go ahead.
Wait, because you see it and you go, that's not normal. So it raises a flag. But then the way his athleticism looks and his pogo stick ability, that's not normal as well. So when is the not normal good? When's the not normal bad?
Do you think he's gonna have a 10 to 14 year NBA career? 10 to 14 years.
No, I don't think his body's gonna be able to hold up. Someone said in the comments, which was correct, Zion's already put from being heavy and jumping and landing on his knees so much, he's already put that wear and tear on his body. So I don't believe he can last that long.
Damn. Hopefully he turns it around, man.
He doesn't have to. Yeah, I agree with that. He doesn't have to last 14 years. Like he doesn't have to last that long to be a successful player.
No, absolutely not. Okay, so nobody's gonna have.
No, I know you weren't saying that. I was just saying that. You weren't saying that, or you weren't disputing that. But yeah.
No, I'm just wondering about.
Dude, could you imagine? Last vigil. Could you imagine Zion with Kobe or MJ dedication? Could you imagine what that man would look like?
That's like the same thing with Shaq.
Yeah, dude.
Do you see you saw what the Dallas governor, the owner, said about the reason why they traded, and he's trying to take some of the heat off of Nico Harrison?
Dude, you see they kick someone out of the game for saying fire Nico.
Yeah, I saw that. Yo, shout out to our boy Marcel. We know you're going through it. But yeah.
Dude, he's going through it. He had a video, 185,000 views.
I know. Marcel's the GOAT, dog. He's going crazy.
Bro.
Nah, but yeah, the NBA, the governor of Dallas Mavericks, he said that like when there's a player that doesn't have the dedication and the work ethic of a Kobe, Michael, and he included Shaq in there. I'm like, why are you including Shaq? Shaq was the worst example to use. If Shaq had a Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant dedication, they would have won like a minimum 6 championships when they were together.
Oh my goodness.
That's one. Go ahead.
No, he would have been unstoppable. He already was unstoppable.
Dude, that's a what if that a lot of people don't talk about. If Shaq just had a better work ethic, talk about the Brandon Roy, Derrick Rose injuries, all that stuff. But like if Shaq had a work ethic, he would have had a minimum of like 5 to 6.
That's a really underrated what if. I like that. I like that conversation.
No, absolutely. I'm just going through some of these comments. Yo, how do you feel about staying on for like another 10 minutes?
I'll do whatever.
I bet. Do you have? I just didn't know if you had anything to do. So it's what is it? 7:05. Let's go until 7:30 your time. How's that?
Great. What time is it for you? 4:30.
It's right now. Yeah, right now it's 4:05.
All right.
So we're gonna go on for like another half hour, 25 minutes. Let's go through some of these comments.
Yeah, you see what Buzzer Beater just said? The NBA tried a one-on-one matchup during All-Star Weekend before, and they had Dr. J versus Kareem as one of the matchups, but it didn't work.
Okay, Do you really want me to answer that? He literally said Dr. J versus Kareem. That's why it didn't work. Let's talk about the players in today's world. Will they have the handles? Will they have the athleticism? Dr. J and Kareem is not even a fair matchup. What are we talking? Kareem
I don't know why would they 1v1 each other?
Oh my God, that's a horrible example. Kareem can't dribble a basketball. Dr. J versus Kareem, that's just horrible. They need to redo it. And again, KD versus LeBron.
No, but I do. Buzzer Beater did bring something up. He said the week before that hype would work. And I agree with both of you guys on that because in the era of social media and big time personalities, they want to have like just a little bit of beef. Not a ton of beef, but just a little bit of beef.
Yo, man, social media changed the game up, bro. Now you have everybody being
social media changes everything. Absolutely. Everything about life in general.
Facts. Now everybody who wants to have a voice, they can have a voice, and they could just like literally just start spewing reports that like don't exist. So
that's true. And if it blows up you make the wrong person, like give the wrong person views, anything can happen. You might get a crazy report. Someone might just put out randomly on one Saturday night, AD trade for Luka Doncic, bro. And everyone's like, yo, shut up, bro. That didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm still not over that, dog. I'm not over that trade,
it's crazy. Bro. I was watching the first game at Lakers for Luka Doncic, and it's still not sitting right with me. The fact that he is wearing a Lakers jersey, bro. The next day, not the next day. After we got off live that night, he hopped on live and he goes, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna go through our starting lineup. We got Luka," and then he just screamed.
Did he? That's hilarious.
He just screamed, bro. Like, it's ingrained, bro.
Yo, okay, this is the last thing we'll say about the Laker and Luka trade. What annoys me about the Lakers is they just get to use their name, bro. They have so much prestige, and I'm talking about let's go all the way back to George Mikan, the first great big man of the NBA. They got George Mikan, they got Jerry West, they got Elgin Baylor, they got Kareem, they got Magic, they got Kobe, they got Shaq, they got LeBron, and now they got Luka. They always have the most prestigious names of NBA players in the league. They're always gonna have a spot on the Lakers team. And that's what annoys me so much about the Lakers. The Lakers are always going to be able to be in the conversation of getting anyone from whoever's the top 5 NBA players at the time. The Lakers are always going to be in the conversation for being able to get them to come to LA. And now before the AD trade, there were so many questions about LeBron's going to retire soon. Who's going to take the mantle? Is AD the type of player that can actually lead a team? And now it's like, oh, we got Luka. We're good for a minimum of 10 years. And it's like, oh my God, bro. Like,
so why do you think that happens? Why is it the Lakers? I understand they're a big market and they're LA, but that's not enough for this to happen. So why do you think this happens?
Because of the Lakers' history. The Lakers have a great history with just championships, obviously, being an organization that's going to be able to acquire the better players in the league. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that they're just relying on their name, but just the Lakers name itself, it goes a long way. And then you have all these other teams in the NBA, the Knicks, Miami, Chicago. Like, I don't think we have a good shot. We don't have enough of a shot to land those better players in the league like the Lakers do. I don't know, man.
Honestly, I got to disagree with you because I think if the Lakers, let's say they don't have someone like they didn't before LeBron, they were terrible. Before.
They were,
I don't think they have an unfair advantage. I really don't.
Okay, what? You don't think they have an unfair advantage?
I don't think it's unfair because they earned, they got the stars back in the day. You got to build the culture. The culture isn't just handed to you. That history of winning didn't appear out of nowhere.
I mean, Shaq, they signed him free agent, so they didn't really earn anything. They just gave him money. Kobe, they drafted him, cool, and Charlotte drafted Kobe and then traded for Kobe. Okay, I'll give you that. They earned him. They drafted Magic. I'll give you that. They earned that. Kareem, they traded for, so I don't know if you could say they earned that.
I mean, the way I see it, but I'm not talking about any specific player. I'm talking about, like you said, the brand is bigger than just a team, like the Lakers.
Right.
Because I'm a Jets fan. The Jets, historically poverty franchise. You do that via years of organizational mismanagement. And the Lakers are on the other side of that, where they have a history of treating stars well. You know how you develop a good history of treating stars well? You treat your stars well. And then people say
Right.
it, word spreads, stars want to go there.
Yeah, I get it. I
But
mean, they gave Kobe that crazy contract when he was like on his last toes, not even on his last legs. He was on his last toes. That's how bad he was. I think they have an unfair advantage, bro. They literally they could have a meeting with anybody and just be like, "Yo, we're the Los Angeles Lakers. Look at our history. Look at our history from George Mikan all the way up until Kobe." That's what I'm saying. Like if the Knicks they had a meeting with Luka Doncic and they bring him to the Madison Square Garden in a big suite, what are they gonna point to as their history? They have no championships since the 72-73 season. Walt Clyde Frazier, Willis Reed, Earl the Pearl Monroe, prior to Patrick Ewing, those are the premier stars that we have. And then in the 90s, it's literally just Patrick Ewing. And then after Patrick Ewing, who do we have? We can't even point to Melo. Chicago Bulls, they only have Michael Jordan to point to as far as like, look at what we've done with our history.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. The word that I have a problem with is unfair. I can't say it's unfair. They may have an advantage, but if it's earned, then I can't call it unfair. So also we got to throw in Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh yeah,
When you didn't put Wilt in, I was like, I was just had to double check myself. I was like, I'm not going crazy, right? And then someone said that in the comments too. So I was just making sure.
No, 100%. Wilson in the conversation.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. I want to talk about maybe like the first 10 games of the Knicks schedule after the All-Star break.
After the All-Star break, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So the first game after the All-Star break, we got Chicago. That should be a W. I think
It should be a W. No Levine anymore, so it better be a W. But the last Chicago game should have been a W too, and it wasn't.
And then so it's a back-to-back. Go ahead, talk to me.
You see, yeah, okay. You see those games 2 and 3 though. We got an opportunity, 2 opportunities to wipe that goose egg off the board of not beating any of these elite teams. Cavaliers on the second night of a back-to-back is really tough.
That's gonna be tough, and we're in Cleveland too. Yeah, so that's gonna be tough. And then the game right after that is Boston, and we're in Boston. That's gonna be interesting. Okay, so for the first 3 games, Chicago, Cleveland, Boston. What do you think? We're gonna be 1 and 2.
Yep.
Damn.
I mean, I hope not. Obviously, I hope not. But if you're telling me to put my money on the line, I'm saying 1 and 2.
Yeah, no, absolutely. 1 and 2. Damn, I hate to agree with you.
Because of course, there's a possibility that we get upset by the Bulls, but there's that same possibility that we upset one of the Cavaliers and/or Celtics.
Hey, low key, the Chicago Bulls, they have a prospect, Buzelis. I don't know his first name. He's a European.
Yeah,
But he's
Matas?
Matas.
Buzelis,
Okay, Matas Buzelis. I think he's like a shooting guard or a small forward.
Yeah, the first round pick this year, right?
Prospect, bro. Athletic, aggressive. And he has a little bit of like, I don't give a bleep in his game.
So one
that.
of my friends, when they drafted him, one of my friends is a Bulls fan, was hyping this dude up, showing me all his highlights after they drafted him that weekend after the draft, and he was looking pretty tough in the highlights. So
Yeah,
I haven't actually watched him play. I will admit, like I don't watch Chicago Bulls basketball, as you may have guessed by the title of this channel. But
No, me neither. I watch a lot of like the NBA on the YouTube channel. They put up like the game recaps, and they're like 12 to like 14 minutes. So I watch those religiously. And every time I watch a Chicago game recap, he always has a couple of highlights where he's dunking on somebody. He has a really good aggressive move. I like his length. I like his athleticism. So I'm just saying, look out for him. And he's also in the dunk contest this weekend.
No way he is? Okay.
Yeah, it's Buzelis,
Right.
it's Mac McClung, it's Andre Jackson from the Milwaukee Bucks. His last name is Jackson. I could be getting his first name wrong. And the last player is, I forgot, whatever.
No, it's not exciting. It's not exciting.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so after that, after the third game against
76ers.
Boston, yeah, February 26th, we're going to be in the Garden against the Philadelphia 76ers. Dude, that should be a W. I don't care. That should be a W, bro.
Should be.
That should be
Absolutely.
a W.
Because the thing about the Knicks is maybe they don't, or not maybe, they haven't played up to the Boston Cavaliers level yet, but they don't play down to people. With Tibbs, they never play down to people. So when we're better than a team, we should beat them.
Right. That whole Joel Embiid not playing back-to-back, and, dude, that's a nightmare, bro. After that, we're going to be in Memphis, February 28th. Memphis is interesting, bro. What are they? They're like third in the West or something?
So obviously we clobbered them the last time we saw them,
Yeah.
but they're a good team. Like they're a good squad.
Low key, like a lot of people have Memphis is second in the West. You see, like they're like sneaking up. They're 36 and 18, and every time I watch these like NBA talking head shows or listen to these podcasts, like a lot of people have Memphis as their second best team in the Western Conference behind the OKC Thunder, and I'm just like, really?
I mean that like yes, you can say that, but it's the same thing with the tiers. There are 4 teams that you can put number 2 in the West. So I'm not intimidated by that ranking.
I get what you're saying.
So also Stephon Castle, rookie out of UConn, is the last guy in the dunk contest.
There you go. San Antonio Spurs, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem too. He's playing really good. Okay, so after Memphis, then we got Miami and Miami.
Should be easy, dude. That's
That should be a
Knicks.
W.
That's MSG South.
Facts. MSG South got me crying.
Love the retired New Yorkers.
And then March 4th, we're gonna be in the Garden against the Golden State Warriors. It's gonna be interesting. It'll be interesting. I don't know. I don't know if that. I can't say it should be a W anymore because of Jimmy Butler. We already talked about that trade. What do you think? W loss?
He
No, the Golden State Warriors. After that, after the Heat game.
like I mean, we're in Golden State, right?
No. We're home.
Oh, we're home for Golden State.
Yeah, March 4th.
I mean, it does. It feels like a Steph Curry legacy game's coming. Stars play better at the Garden. That game's on upset watch. I'm taking the Knicks, but that game is absolutely on upset watch.
Love that, love that. March 6th, we're going to be able to get our revenge against the Lakers. We're going to be in LA, Tinseltown. Maybe I'll pull up to the game. Probably not because the tickets are probably going to be expensive. But
Hey, how expensive are the tickets? Are they more expensive than MSG or less?
honestly, bro, I haven't even checked.
You don't know?
I haven't checked the tickets to go to a Laker game because I'm just like, obviously, if it's the Charlotte Hornets, it'll be a little bit more affordable. But who wants to go see LaMelo Ball be a not winning player? I honestly, I just don't check, bro, because I know I'm not going to be able to afford it. And now with Luca, I forgot. Now with Luca, like those.
Oh man, dude, there's
No,
a new buzz.
Yeah, no. So actually,
was it crypto?
yeah,
Arena?
Crypto Arena is in the heart of downtown. But no, it's funny because I was actually talking to at work. I was talking to someone, and they told me that they were looking to get tickets to that first game when they were home against Utah. And she told me it was like $250 for nosebleeds.
That's okay. I was expecting like 6.
I mean,
was
but
expecting a lot more
$250 for
than that.
nosebleeds is not. And I'm talking about she was looking at the top,
no,
bro.
I know. I think Luka Doncic gets traded to the Knicks for OG Anunoby, or for I guess for like Cat. The tickets are a lot more expensive than that.
Yeah, so I haven't looked at the tickets. Okay, and then they have a back-to-back. So March 6th is going to be in LA against the Lakers, and then you guessed it, they're going to be in LA against the Clippers March 7th. Clippers is another team, bro. Clippers is another team that low-key, like, I'm a little surprised at where they are right now. Give me a second. I'm loading it up. So right now the Clippers are in 6th, 31 and 23. They won their last 3 games. James Harden, Kawhi Leonard has been able to play more than a half hour. Congratulations to him. Go ahead. Damn. Matt, we miss you, bro. Let me see if I could get you. Let me see if I could get it real quick. Yeah, Matt. I don't know, man. I might have to end this, bro. No. Matt, I might have to end this, bro, because not everybody's rich. I'm using the free account on Zoom. And this will be the second time where I'm pulling it back up, but I got to wait like 10 minutes. So everybody in the chat, I want to say thank you so much for checking out this video, checking out this live with Matt and me. Sorry we're going to have to end it short, but thank you so much for checking out this video with Matt and myself. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. You guys know all the good stuff. Let me see a couple of these comments before I... Buzzer beater. Dominic Wilkins said Bernard King was the hardest to guard. There's a famous poster produced by Converse of Magic and Bird flanking Bernard and sitting on a throne wearing a crown. I'm hilarious. David Martin, only team that should be a challenge. Y'all is Celtics, really. Nick Yak. We also have Cleveland game coming up. So to round out the next 10 games, Clippers, I think it was the 9th game. Give me a second, guys. I'm just pulling up the schedule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, Clippers was the 9th game. And then the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento Kings, we're going to be in Sacramento, so that's going to be our LA road trip. Sacramento's an interesting team, man. Sacramento's an interesting team, trading for Zach LaVine. They got Jonas Valanciunas backing up the Domantas Sabonis. They got Malik Monk breaking up the ball, Keegan Murray. That team is so interesting because they don't have a pure point guard, shipping out De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it should be a W. Their last game that they actually played, I believe. Give me a second. Before the All-Star break, what is their record? So their last game was on the 13th. They lost to the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on the 12th, they had a back-to-back with New Orleans Pelicans. They won. So they split that. And then prior to the New Orleans Pelicans, it was against the Dallas Mavericks, which they won 128-129. And then prior to that, they played the New Orleans Pelicans again, which they won 118-123. And then prior to that, they played the Portland Trailblazers, which they lost 108-102. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So within their last 5 games, they lost to Portland and they lost to the New Orleans Pelicans. But they beat the New Orleans Pelicans twice and they beat Dallas. So the Sacramento Kings, man, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see I'm going to be interested to see just like how they play, who brings the ball up. Even though some highlights I see Malik Monk really bring the ball up, he's going to be like the point guard, even though he's not their point guard. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into this live. Matt, if you're watching, sorry that I'm not going to be able to bring you on. I only have the free Zoom account, and it's telling me that I got to wait like 10 minutes in order to re-invite you. Can't do that. So Matt, my guy, thank you for joining me on this live. Everybody in the comments, thank you again for joining this live, giving us topics that Matt and I can go back and forth and converse on. But until next time, you guys know the drill. You know the vibes. Jalen Brunson for all the MVPs. The Deuce is loose for co-MVP. OG Anunoby for a speedy recovery. Taj Gibson for president. All that good stuff. And, of course, it's Queens forever. Peace.